So I guess we have another trade to talk about. Ondrej Kase is headed to Boston in exchange for David Backes, Axel Anderson, and a 2020 first-round pick. Honestly, this trade did kind of catch me off guard a little bit. I know Kase's name was thrown around in trade talks a little bit over the past couple of weeks, but I didn't think that the Ducks were actually going to go through with trading him. I'm a pretty big fan of Ondrej Kase. He's had a 20-goal season before. He's only 24 years old, and he has a ton of offensive potential in my opinion, and I kind of thought that maybe he was going to be a guy that sticks around throughout the rebuild in Anaheim, but I guess the Ducks had other ideas, and they did get a pretty decent return considering Kase only has 23 points in 49 games this year. Just going through Twitter and looking at everybody's initial reactions to this trade, I saw a lot of people saying that the Boston Bruins fleeced the Anaheim Ducks, and I definitely wouldn't go as far as saying that because yeah, they did take on the David Backes contract, but they're not really going to be using up that cap space anywhere else over the next couple of years, and a rebuilding team getting an extra first round pick is always a bonus, albeit it will be a late first rounder. You know, a first round pick is still a first round pick. The Anaheim Ducks also acquired defensive prospect Axel Anderson from the Bruins in this trade. Anderson was the Bruins' second round pick, 57th overall in the 2018 draft, and this season in the QMJHL, Anderson has 22 points, a plus 16 rating in 41 games for the Moncton Wildcats. Overall, I would say it's not a bad return for the Anaheim Ducks, and don't just look at it as Ondrej Kase for David Backes. You got to look at the other assets that the Anaheim Ducks acquired, and you have to remember that this is a team going through a little bit of a rebuild, and they can definitely use some more prospects and draft pick. And for David Backes' sake, this is probably good for him because he'll most likely now get an opportunity to play in the NHL for Anaheim, and he wasn't getting that in Boston anymore. Like I said, I am a pretty big fan of Ondrej Kase. I like his game, and I think he has a lot of upside, but if I were a fan of the Anaheim Ducks, I don't think I would be too upset about this trade. But now let's take a look at the fit of Ondrej Kase in Boston. It has been rumored for weeks now that Boston has been looking to add a top 6 winger. You had the rumors of Tyler Toffoli, and then obviously he went to the Canucks. Recently, rumors of Kyle Palmieri came up, but they finally got their top 6 forward in Ondrej Kase. One that, again, I didn't really expect, and it kind of did catch me off guard, but I think he's going to come in and be a really good second-line winger for them if that's where they decide to play him. A young player who has scored 20 goals in a season before, and I would guess he's probably going to be playing on a line with David Krejci and Jake DeBrusk, which, if you ask me, is a pretty solid second line to have behind their very good top line. Another plus for the Bruins is they do free up a little bit of cap space. One thing that is important to note that I just read, they are actually retaining 25% of Backes' remaining contract, but Kase is a pretty cheap player, only a cap hit of $2.6 million through next season, so they still do get a little bit more wiggle room. And this up and coming summer, they do have to re-sign Torrey Krug unless they want to let him hit the open market, and Jake DeBrusk is going to be a restricted free agent. But that is basically all I have to say on this trade. If you guys are a fan of either team, make sure to let me know your thoughts on the trade down in the comment section below. And if I had to pick a winner, which I don't like to do right away because you usually do have to wait it out and then see who wins the trade down the line, but I really like this deal for Boston. Kase is only 24. He's not just a rental. He's going to help them long term as well. But again, I'm not one of the people that are saying the Ducks got fleeced, because getting a first rounder and a prospect is never a bad thing for a team that's trying to get younger. So that is going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said earlier, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below your guys' thoughts on the trade. Who do you think won the trade and why? And with all that being said, make sure to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel for some more NHL content, and I will see you guys all in the next video.